What's going on, man? Long time. Hope all is well. Uh, Got to be careful how I start these videos because for some reason, if I say the wrong thing too soon in the video, like my video gets flagged, people show up at the door, my credit cards get frozen. It's a whole thing. So I'll just say greetings, like a respectable man. What's been going on, man? This I got the 17. I told you I got the 17. I told you. So let me clear this. So we're clear because I have been carrying the 17. So we're clear. I told you last time I talked to you that I had this. I don't think I had these sights, but I went ahead and got the sights. These are the Amerigo sights. Love them. Fantastic. Of course, I buy the same sights over and over again. I keep it very simple. Do I have a I don't have another magazine to put in here. That's empty. Let me see. Let me see. I do not. I'll go find one another time. Anyway, but I needed a holster for it. So I remember watching a video. I forget whose it was, but I heard about this Velos 5 from Tenicor. And man, it can't my favorite holster right now, hands down. As soon as I put this in my pants, I knew we were meant to be together. It's amazing. I liked it so much, in fact, that I bought two. Now I have to change out. Let me see. I have to change out. This is what I was carrying before I just got home. I just went to the car wash. I think I can do this on YouTube. Change this out, but it came disassembled, right? And I didn't like that because I had to scan a QR code and then look at a video, and I guess the owner of the company seems like a cool enough guy, but the video was like not 30 seconds long, so I was a little annoyed by that. even though I mean he was just giving out information how to line it up, how to get the most out of it. But I don't want to read directions. I don't. Just give me a picture or something. I don't want to do all that. But anyway, it turned out to be nice. It's a very nice video. I understand what he was saying. I didn't get through the whole thing. I think it was like 8 minutes or something. But absolutely my favorite holster. As soon as I start, I think it has something to do with this little bump right here, which pushes the bottom away from my body, which pushes the top to my body. And since I'm working on a solid dad bod, I mean, I definitely, if you see me out in the street, I definitely look like I pay taxes. So that was great. That was great. And also, I stepped it up with a microphone because when I'm doing my little closet talks when people are home, and I don't want my children to know that their dad's an absolute maniac. And when Mrs. Dynamite's home and I'm trying to talk real low, the first comment I get is, we can't hear you. Well, hopefully I fixed that, so we'll see. And another awesome thing is I'm at 10K, which I never really cared about the numbers until I got to like 9.9 something, and then it was just irritating me not to see a 10K. And I finally got to 10K, but I guess I have to stop cussing as much to get the numbers to go up if I care about that. But I think 10K was really all I wanted, just because that 9.9 was annoying me. But yeah, anyway, so this holster right here, man, I just love it. I just love touching it. I used to carry the traditional arms holsters, and I just bought those all the time. I have two of them. I'm sure I had more at some point, but I've decided to convert over to this. So when I'm carrying the 17, which I've been carrying a lot, and I feel like I'm ready for anything. Yeah, I carry this, and this is from my 19, which is great. 19, which I was carrying, which is not clear, but I just noticed today that my belt was a little wonky because I had the biggest whatever this thing is called. So I'm switching those out, and I might switch it out for this one too. We'll see. Yeah, I'll probably switch it out. But yeah, it comes with all this. and the directions and stuff. And when you scan that, I mean, it's nice. You know, the owner really does care about it. But as soon as he started talking, I turned on the video and it was like, all right, guys, you've got your Velos. It's like, oh, damn it. Just give me a picture. I just can't. I just don't have the patience, man. I do not have the patience. Just show me a diagram, a 10-second diagram. I mean, I don't even read the directions when I buy firearms. I don't know. Who knows what's in there? I mean, I don't think I've ever read a pair of directions in my life. That's not good. That is not good. I don't read. Matter of fact, I throw food away. I throw pizza away, the frozen pizza, and then I always have to look in the trash can to see, like, how long am I supposed to? Always, man, always. Oh, anyway. So, are we? I just watched a couple. I've seen a couple of videos with the V model, and of course, like I expected. Uh, uh, well, I mean, I'm not a psychic. I just figured, what the hell? What the hell happened to the screw? Okay, it is. Like I expected, it wasn't that big of a deal, you know. And now the videos are going from why did Glock change, and I'm just talking about the general trend of the videos, why Glock would change and how dare they, to yeah, they didn't really change that much. So it basically went from what the fuck Glock, why, to it's about the same thing. Which it is. I think the only thing that it's hard to talk and screw at the same time. I'm not speaking of screwing. So I was screwing Mrs. Dynamite last night, and man, I was out of breath. I was out of breath. We're here now, so don't act like it's to your mind. We're here now. So yeah, and I was just banging away, and man, I was out of breath, and I weighed myself this morning. I've gained like 50 pounds, no, 60 or 70 pounds since high school, and I got to get that off of me. Not because of diabetes or anything, but because if I can't get through a whole session without losing breath, man, it's time to make a change. All right, back to this. All right. So obviously, the shape of this changed. It's like a little jigsawy and jigsawy, and this was a little bit more narrow, and this was a little bit more. They were pretty subtle changes. I'm not worried at all about Glock's reliability changing in the slightest. I'm not worried about it at all. And don't think you should be either, but I hope we're over that now. I hope we're all okay now and we're all calming down. So the only thing I've seen now is that I've seen a video about a 19. I've seen someone shoot it, and I've seen a video about I want to say it was a 17. Yeah, I want to say it was a 17. Seen those two videos. Everything looked, pretty Glockish. So I'm not really worried about it. But what I am excited about is this Velos holster. I mean, man, I immediately bought two of them things. This thing is just, it's nice. This one, I ride this one a little bit higher. This one I got on the 19, I got on the lower end. So it's a little bit, yeah. Maybe I guess it's because there's more. I don't know why I did that. Just because of how I felt when I was carrying them. But this is the arrangement. But I could put them over here, which is kind of nice. Kind of nice that I can move this clip over here and have the spaced out clips of the more mono clip vibe. So it's cool. It's cool. I like it. I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot. So that's it, man. Oh, and I took the 17 to the range, of course. And you know what's weird? I started with the 17, right? I started with this one, and then I went to the 19. And I thought it was just gonna feel a lot softer because when I had a 17 before, I had a 17 MOS, which I sold. Still kind of kicking myself about that, but I thought it would be a lot softer. I really did, but it was okay, and I think sometimes what happens is when I had a 43X, which I don't have anymore. When I had my 43X, I would start with the 43X, and then I would move up to the 19, and then the 19 felt softer. Then I would move up to my 45 with the Radian Ramjet, and then it felt like I was shooting 22 out there. So I think it has a lot to do with just how I'm thinking. By the way, I'm still letting this go. This is leisure carry clip. This is the extra large one. Still letting this go. So find me on IG if you want that. I'll get it out to you. Yeah, talking a little fast because I'm very excited, and I have a window where Mrs. Dynamite is off today. And the kids are out of the house. Mrs. Dynamite's off, but she's at the car wash, so I get a few minutes to myself, which hasn't happened in a while. And so the first thing I thought was, let me give you a buzz. Let me see how you're doing, huh? Huh? How are you doing out there? Yeah. So forgive me if I sound a little insane. I'm just not free that much. All right. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let's see. 250 comments. Not getting all that, but we'll see. We'll see here. What does that say? Francisco G. I'm new to your channel. Why do you say Glock 45? Like that. I hope somebody told him. What does it say? Second around, you can't say it any other way once you hear Bobby say it. C-Man 907, 45. I'm following for about a year and still don't know. Don Juan, 1475, because that's how you say it. All right. The answer to that question is because that's how you say it. That's why I say it like that. Oh, that's the answer because that's why you say it. Johnny B. Flossin, pay no attention to the racist comments, bro. You're a hardworking American father protecting yourself and your family. Yeah, I appreciate that, homie. I'm just I guess what I was saying is like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I, try to ignore comments that aren't nice, but I also understand when people say things like that. I mean, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm black, so I'm supposed to be offended by racist things, but sometimes when people say racist things, I'm like, I get it. Like, yeah, I get it. I get it. It's just, I just wish we weren't as, people weren't so as offended as they are. I mean, things are offensive, but some things are what they are. I don't know. All right. Anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. On to the next. Chess coaxial. I'm a black owner myself. It's extremely difficult being in this community. Knowing a ton of people align black ownership with the criminal element. Yes, But that's why you got to keep doing what you do and changing the narrative. We don't condone that bullshit. So I don't get in trouble for cursing. So we shouldn't be associated with it. Yeah, true. I'm not into that shit. I actually don't like that shit. Also, if white gun owners don't associate their love of AR-15s with the people who shoot up schools and churches, why the hell should we feel guilty about what criminals do? If someone thinks because I'm black and I like guns, I'm affiliated with some bullshit, that's on them. I'm not explaining anything to bigots. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah, I've always felt kind of weird about that. Like when someone else who does something and I start to feel bad because of what someone else did, I have nothing to do with that shit, you know? So yeah, I feel you on that, man. Not gonna, getting back to guns here. uh, Night Walker into you. I'm a white guy. Hey, white guy, police officer, husband, and father of 3. This is the first video of yours I've seen. I agree with you 100%. Sub, man. Great content. Hey, man, thank you for your service, man. Rack of applause. Rack of applause for you. I'm into the good guys. I'm into that. I'm into being a responsible gun owner. I'm into that. Thank you. Appreciate you, homie. I'm gonna get a question. Why do you say rack of applause? Because that's the way it's said. Wait, I forgot I have this mic on. Oh man, this is gonna sound really. It's gonna sound really loud. It's gonna sound because when I do that. Okay, all right. WPYMES. I own a 17 and a 21. I love them. I don't get Glocks I don't get Glock's move with the GV series. Criminals will still be buying old models to make full auto. Great video. Yeah, of course, of course. But you know, it doesn't mean they can't make an effort. You know, it doesn't mean they can't make an effort. I get it. If I didn't read the everything behind it, I'm just going by the rumor mill, which is the whole being sued for the Glock switches thing. I mean, you know, that doesn't mean they can't make an effort. And you know, I get it. And I saw the Glock V, and I'm going to buy a Glock V as soon as they come out with the MOS models. I'm going to buy a Glock V 45 MOS. And I'm really going back and forth about what dot I want to put on it. I want the PB3 because that's my all-time favorite enclosed dot, but they're never available. I mean, they're just not available. So then I started going back to the Acro. Do I want to give the Acro P2 another try? Nope. 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 Not for $600. Not for $600. And I don't even feel like I could go out in the world with that shit, man. I feel like if somebody sneezes, my shit's gonna fog up. And so I can't really do that. And do I want to go back? The Trigicon really is the Glock 19 of dots, and I like this Trigicon RMR. I just don't like it without a plate underneath it because I don't want to get that seal and plate shit. I think that shit looks gay. Can I still say gay without getting in trouble? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's see. Johnny B. Flossin. I like that. Did I overreact by buying 319s, 247s, 117, and 126? Only time will tell. Damn. But I'm going to sleep well at night knowing I have several duplicates of all my favorite Gen 5 Glocks. I get it, man. Which is funny, right? This is what's fucking hilarious. Okay, you ready? Fucking dude. So the videos were like, oh man, you know, Glock never changes, Glock never innovates. You know, they need to change. They need to be more modular, like the P320s that be shooting people. That was a whole retarded ass thing, which was weird because if you want a modular Glock, you can get one. It's called a Zev. Shut the fuck up. You know, have a tall glass of shut the fuck up and buy a Zev. You know, so but you know, people just wanted Glock to change. So then this news comes out and they start making some little changes here and there, and then it becomes, oh, it's not gonna be reliable, which was another funny thing because it's like, well, I thought you didn't care about reliability as much. I thought you prioritizing innovation and modularity and all that shit. Then they come out with the 47 and the 45 and the 19. You can swap the slides and you can make a 49. You can make a 19. You can make a and that was kind of cool. But that still wasn't enough for you little bitches. So then I go to the store. I go to 3 of my local stores, right? Completely sold out of Glocks. Who the fuck is buying this shit? I hope the same people that were bitching about this shit ain't buying it. Completely sold out, man. Dude, I went there one day. I went there one day, right? And I had the blue label because I'm military. So I went there to say, like, I want to get a 17. I've been thinking about getting a 17 since everything's going to change. I thought now would be a good time to get a 17. So I go to the store, get the 17. I look at the shelves. The store has a ton of blue label shit in the back. This is maybe like, I don't know, a week after the news or something like that. And I look at the floor, the regular sales floor, a ton of Glocks, a whole section full of Glocks. I call back like, I start feeling like I really want to get a 45 MOS because I got rid of my MOS. I have my little standard version. I was like, I kind of just want to get another one, whatever, and throw a radian on it, put a dot on it. I was just back and forth about which dot I was going to get. So I call back. Hey, I call my guy. Hey, he's like, hey, I say, man, y'all got any more blue labels? He's like, we're out. Shit. All right. Well, what y'all got on the floor? He's like, dude, we out. I was like, wait a second. Is this the same Glock that y'all were been bitching about for like as long as I've been on fucking YouTube? Like what the fuck? This ain't the same Glock, is it? Because all of a sudden they announced that they're gonna do a V, and motherfuckers start buying this shit up like it's I can't even finish that analogy. But anyway, it's just the gun community is funny. It's like you can never make people happy. You can never do enough. You can never, all of them sell out. So it went from what the fuck Glock to I'm gonna buy. And I imagine the V is gonna be the same way. I mean, I see the one guy I watched who did a video about it. I forget his name. At the end of the video, he said he was gonna sell his V. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Whatever. I'm gonna buy them. As soon as the MOSs come out, I'm gonna buy them, and I might buy a 19V standard, or whatever non-MOS. I might buy that too. But yeah, I'm into it. I think I watch Johnny Glocks, and where I get my Glock news is Glock Store, Lenny McGill, and Johnny Glocks. That's where I listen for Glock news. And Johnny Glock said he doesn't see anything that would do it. Actually, Brownells, I watched that too. They said, I don't see anything that's going to change reliability. And this one guy I happened to watch said, yeah, he's going to sell it after he shot the video. And it's like, all right, well, I mean, I think they're fine. So I think they're fine. All right, moving on. Did you overreact? No, you didn't. I think that's just fine. I think you did a well done. Ryan Craven, 9406. The Glock V series is gonna be smooth. Watch. I think so. I think it is smooth. I think it's fine. I think it's same old Glock reliability. William Zanetti, 7844. The media makes it seem like Glocks are the most used goon gun. The same media can say how many lives have been protected with the Glock by the late law enforcement officer. Yeah, that's. Are you in a tuxedo, homie? That's a nice picture, bro. I can't really see it, but I can tell you're in a tux, and that is probably your real name. And yeah, I appreciate that, homie. You're right. You're right. How you tell a story, but you know what? The funny, the thing is, I got mixed feelings about that because I agree with you. I agree with you, homie. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm also saying that if you're trying to get eyeballs, how can I put this? If you're trying to get eyeballs, if you're trying to get people to watch you, like all the news stations, all the um, podcasts and all that stuff, they're trying to get eyeballs. That's their goal, is to get people to watch. And if you're trying to get people to pay attention, you can't always give them good news, man. People don't want to hear that shit. They want to hear, you know, drama, man. They want to hear drama. They want to hear about crime. They want to hear about, there are whole channels committed to just murdering people, and I watch them. ID and all this stuff, Snapped. I mean that stuff it draws an audience. And if you just had, stories about cops saving people's lives, I mean, I don't know how much of the public's gonna be interested in that. And it's unfortunate that people are not interested in that. But you talk about some drama or when some, a crooked cop or a criminal or whatever, people are drawn to that for whatever reason. I guess we're just shitty people. But yeah, so I don't do that thing where I just blame the media or I just blame. You're right, but I also think there's something wrong with us to where we don't want to hear that shit. We don't want to hear anything positive as a whole. Like, positive stuff doesn't draw as much attention as negative stuff, and that says something about us. Man, that's a rabbit hole. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Blue State 2A, U.S. Marshals was a movie. Thank you, homie. Yeah, I appreciate that. Marvin Well 8315. I'm a black husband, father, and gun owner, and I understand what you mean. Thank you. I'm not trying to. I get it. It's complicated, all right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If when I show up at the gun store and I'm like, I try to say something other than, y'all got a Glock. I try to say, hey, do you have any 17s? 17 Gen 5s, or I try to speak in a way that separates me from just some regular. All right. I'm off of that. I'm done. Washu San. What up, homie? Thanks for the video, Bobby. I went to the gun store having every intention of getting a Glock 19X and ended up getting a Canik Meta MC9 Prime. But dude, the trigger and the grip was crazy. Not gonna lie, I just loved it. I'll try to give you an update when I send at least 500 rounds downrange. Side note about your wife: definitely be praying for whatever is going on with her. Peace on me. Thanks, man. Yeah, Mrs. Dynamite's gonna be having surgery. Oh, let's see, next month, and it's a pretty big deal. So I don't know how much I'm gonna be talking to you next month, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully, everything goes fine. I'm a little worried about that, but I try to be, I try to use my thinking and my thoughts to, I try to project the life I want and the results I want and the outcomes I want. So I try to think about positive things, and I try not to get too negative. Because I mean, the reason I'm like that is because when I was in high school, I tried to, what's the word? You can't say the actual word on the internet now. I tried to unalive myself in high school because I had a lot of depression and stuff. So I try to stay away from that, the depressing stuff. I try to always stay positive. always look for positivity, and I try not to let anybody fuck with my self-esteem. You know what I mean? I try to just, because I know how dark it can get. And, I'm well past high school now. I mean, high school was eons ago, but I just don't want to go back to that place. So I really try to use my brain to think about the optimum situation and the optimum outcome. Man, this is all over the fucking place. All right, next one. Just in case 7307. Where we at? 25 minutes here? Yeah, I got to grab me a 45 ASAP. I'm rocking a 17 frame with a 19 slide raid and comp. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. 13 days ago. I hope you got it because they're gone now, bro. They're gone. Yeah, they're gone. And sales always tells you what people really think. As much as people bitched about Glock and innovation, they didn't need that innovation now, did they? they just said, "I just give me a butt ass naked Glock. I'll take it." Danilo Markovic, 9892. You said in the video, Bobby, it's a culture problem. No reason anyone should bring up race or color. People can't choose or change their race, but they can choose and change their culture. Yeah, I mean, I feel you, man, but that's just not how people think. I mean, that might be the right way to look at it. I agree with you, but that's just not how people think. You know, they think we associate things with other things. That's just how it. If I walk up and I say, if I say, yeah, I carry a Glock 19 and I'm a black guy, people have feelings about that. Like, I'm not going to pretend like they don't, and I'm not going to pretend. And you know what? I'll take it a step further. I'm not going to pretend like those feelings come from nowhere. It's just not my fault. People just shouldn't put that on me. But you know, they do that shit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you walk down the street, you see, 10 guys in all red shirts. Yeah, they might be going to a family reunion. they might, but probably a game. All right. Terry McCarter, 7136. I love my guns too, brother, and I enjoy watching your gun videos. I appreciate that, homie. Johnny Be Good, 573. It's more bad people versus good people. Uh, there are more bad people. There are more bad people than good people. Yes, but here's the funny thing. Bad people work like this. It's like, let's say you have a pool. No, not a pool. Let's say you have a pitcher of water, and it's like a 3 liter pitcher of water. Okay, and then like I put a little doo doo chip, a little doo doo chip, or like like a little bit of drool. I'll say drool, a little bit of drool, a little bit of, or like a little drop of pee, a little drop of pee, just bloop, right in there. Is the water dirty or clean? That's kind of how crime works. So you know, it doesn't have to be that whole like bad apples thing. Yeah, but the rest of that saying is bad apples spoil the bunch. So, if you live, how many shootings have to happen in your area before people start getting worried? You can't just say bad apples. Like, the way people feel is, if there are bad apples, they spoil the bunch. That's how they feel, and that's how a lot of people, you know, if you live in a community and there's one mass shooting at a mall where, like, let's say 4 people die, that's a tragedy. But if the community has like 4 million people in it, or 2 million people in it, those 4 people getting killed at one time is going to make people going to go buy a gun. Are you going to say to them, hey, just a couple bad apples, just a couple bad apples? It still has an impact, is what I'm saying. So I get it, but that's just not how people live. So I live in the world, you know what I mean? So I'm worried about, I have to be thinking about how people think, and what the mood of the country is, and what the mood of my community is, because I live here. I can't just stick my head in the sand and be like, well, this is the way it should be. Motherfuckers don't care about the way it should be. This is the way it is, bitch. That's what they're going to tell me. I'm not going to walk down the street and, you know, see a bunch of people look like me and be like, well, we're all brothers. Nah, niggas out there trifling and shit. That's why I carry a gun. I have to be aware of what's going on. Man, that could be taken the wrong way. Fuck it. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm all over the place. Let me wrap this up. Wufon 1. I went with a family member yesterday. He got a used Gen 4 19 for good price. It's a panic buy, but He made a good choice. Yeah, if it was a good buy, then whatever. But panic buying is something I'm trying to. I mean, this was a kind of a panic buy, even though I was looking for it. It's kind of a panic buy. All right, last one. What does that say? Does that say N-word pass? N-word is in nigga. N-word pass. What the hell? Oh, it's a long comment too. We'll end on this one. In my opinion, the V, you wrote all this shit, right? You wrote this long ass comment, but you had to abbreviate in my opinion. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, in my opinion, the V has been planned for a while. That's what I heard too. Earlier this year, Glock started canceling models, specifically the 40 cal, 357 SIG, 45 ACP. I think that's what you were saying. To trim their product line, and Glock has been doing things to limit compatibility with switches since Gen 5. I think people are just too emotional. Facts. Yes, but people are fine with emotions when those emotions lead to panic buying, aren't they? When it leads to buying more products, aren't they? I think people are just too emotional. They're assuming the V will not be true Glock, but it's literally a meme that Glock has been making the same pistol for 4 years. True. What if the V series is actually good? Yeah, I think it's the same. I remember when the Gen 5 came out, there were people claiming it was the death of Glock compared it to the Gen 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't into guns when the Gen 3 was out. I came later, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the same thing happens over and over again. Uh, I remember when the 45 came out and people were claiming it was dumb and too long in the wrong dimensions. Now so many claim the 45 is the best clock ever. I remember that. I was just watching a video with Coleon Noir, an old video where he was talking about the 19X, saying that he was honest, saying when he first heard about it, he was like, that's kind of silly. And then he shot it and he thought it was great. So yeah, I remember people saying they wanted a more like a 49, which is funny because I've been meaning to get a 49, been meaning to get a 49. But not only could I not find one, but I couldn't find any, I could find hardly any videos about it. So here's the funny thing about gun people, if you're new to guns, even if you aren't, this is a funny thing. People were saying the 45 was ridiculous because of the dimensions. I agree with you. I remember hearing that clearly. But the 49 didn't sell as much as the 45 or the 19X, which is hilarious. So it's like you motherfuckers don't even know what you want. You don't. You don't. And if this is all just over the switch and Glock pulls off the V series is actually good, which it probably will be, then that's a better outcome than Glock going bankrupt fighting BS litigations. Just gotta wait and see. Yeah, I'm with that. I'll read one more. The 518 rooster. My iPod gets songs deleted daily ever since I had my daughter. They hit different now. Yeah, I think we were talking about yeah. Listen, man, I get you, man, because the messages you're putting in your head, it's just like what am I listening? What the fuck am I listening to? It's different than like a movie where you're watching something that's a dramatization and it's an hour long. You're listening. The song is 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long, and it's like the same message over and over, just beating it into your head. I used to listen to I used to buy these CDs from Joel Osteen. And you listen, man, I'm not trying to get into your beliefs and all that shit. Hey, I just used to listen to the videos, not for the religious aspect of it, but just because he was so damn positive. He was just not. He just was like, you can do it, and I just wanted to put that message in my head every single day. Especially, I just wanted to put that into my head. So, and I would listen to podcasts now. I would just something positive, just somebody saying positive things over and over again, because I think it has an effect. I mean, I know I'm up here bullshitting and cussing, but I'm not telling you to do no stupid shit. I'm just saying fuck ass bitch, slut hole. I'm just saying that, but I'm not saying go shoot somebody. But imagine if you just play that shit in your head over and over again. What do you think that's gonna? That's got to have an effect. It's got to have an effect. I don't need to study to tell me that shit. It's got to have an effect, especially on your mood, at least. You know, yeah, I don't know. And I think if you're walking around with one of these, I think you have a responsibility to think about your mental health. I guess your mental status. I don't know, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, man, appreciate you, homie. If I've been carrying this for some time now, I'm very satisfied with it. I just love the shape of it. I love the chunkiness. I love this. It sits on my sits in my waist very well. When it rubs against my penis, it feels nice and smooth. It's great. When I carry, I've never felt so good carrying. Oh man, it's just nice. You know what I really love about Glock? I really love this section right here. When you stick it in a holster, this area right here, just that shape with no dot on it, with just this area. I just love it. These lines and this little beaver tail, just this area right here. I just want it with a holster, when it just sticks out of the holster. I just love that. I almost want to change the color of this so that it'll pop more, but I like all black things. The only thing I've gotten away with black is this gray, this two-tone, which, good luck finding this. This is probably like, I probably should put this away now, because this is like it's like a I mean, I don't think this is just not on the streets, just not out in the wild. But yeah, I just love that shape. So I love carrying this. I love just tucking it in there, and this thing just smooth up against me balls. Very nice. All right, homie. I will I'll see your bitch asses in the comments. Yeah, man, I've missed you. Thanks for wasting 30 minutes of your day with me. And I hope the sound is better with this little microphone. Is it still on? Can you still hear me? Yeah, I hope the sound is better. I feel like I'm getting one step closer to professionalism here. Maybe at some point I'll get off the floor and get like a desk or something. I've been thinking about buying an old desk from the flea market, and like an old wooden desk, old wooden beat up desk with, you know, cat pee on it or something, and then I'll bring the guns to the desk. Let's go to the desk. Get on over to the desk. We'll see. We'll see. Because I'm getting a little too old to be sitting on the floor for half an hour. Because when I stop recording these videos and I get off the floor, it is not pretty. I am like, it's not pretty, man. It is, it is ridiculous. So I might have to get off this floor. Anyway, man. Hey, love you, man. Be well. What's today? Tuesday. Hey, almost halfway through the week. Try to make today awesome. If you can make Tuesdays awesome, Wednesdays awesome, you're doing all right, man. Don't start any shit, okay? It's the holidays are coming up. You know, people are gonna be outside, so just be aware. Keep your stuff on you. Don't start anything, okay? Don't start shit. And to the homie who's listening to better music, that's awesome. That's a grown man decision. Well done. But don't start any shit. Don't start anything. But if shit gets started, especially my man with the new child, congratulations to the baby girl. Congratulations, sir. Don't start any shit, but you better have an answer. You better have a fucking answer. And whether that answer has a V on it or not, I guarantee you those those freedom seeds will still change a motherfucker's mind, okay? Still capable of changing motherfuckers' minds, okay? And that's all we're trying to do here. All right? We just want motherfuckers to be like, you know what? I'm gonna get them and change that to the fuck was I thinking? that's that's what we're trying to do here. All right? All right, man. I'll see you later, man. Love you. Bye.